7, it is 104.3 MyFM. It's Valentine morning. Do you guys want the stories like super quick?
Please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's super embarrassing. Years ago, I was picking up a friend of mine at the airport, worked at a New York City radio station, and he's a big wig in radio and stuff like that. And I was picking him up at the airport and driving to some iHeart event, and he was sitting in my passenger seat. And I think I was driving a Lincoln Navigator at the time. This is years ago, so one of those old SUVs. And he's sitting there, and he looks at the dashboard, and he goes, "Is this a fingernail?" And there's a big fingernail sitting on the dashboard. "Is this your fingernail?" What am I supposed to say? "Nah, dude, before you, I just dropped him off. His finger came off, and that's the only thing that survived, I guess." Somebody finding your fingernail as they sit in your car is the most disgusting thing ever.
I mean, you could have acted like, "Oh my God, oh, is it? Oh, who's it? How did that? Oh my no!"
I just broke off our friendship. I haven't talked to you guys since. It was so much easier to do that. So much easier to do that, seriously.
Let's do First Sip. Friday First Sip is the best, in my opinion. It means the weekend is upon us. Val shares some positivity, a few positive words, a nice message to start the day off with. Then we all raise our cups high and have that first sip together.
Hey Friday, how are you? So good to see you. How are you, Friday? Head into the weekend with happiness in your heart. Decide your own direction this weekend. The world has a tendency to pull you to the left, to the right, sometimes even to pull you backwards, and rarely does it help push you forward. It's always pulling on you, though, isn't it? You decide your direction this weekend. You decide if you want to step into a positive direction. And when I say step into that positive direction, don't feel the pressure that you have to run like the wind into that power of positivity. Sometimes just one small step puts the wind in your sails, and then you take off. So you find that step today. You find that one step that you can make to put your life in a positive direction. Come on. Not talking about anybody else right now. Not your kids, your wife, your husband, your mom, your dad, your family members. Not talking about any of them right now. This is all about you. Because sometimes you've got to really focus on you. Put yourself in that positive direction. You can do it for you. You deserve it. You need it. This is your chance to take care of you. You reach out to me too. Let me know how you did it. Hit me up on social. Go for Valentine. Put yourself in a positive direction. Count us up, Jill.
1, 2, 3.
For me, it's a little bit extra of the French vanilla creamer. Positive direction. You find it for yourself.
Here's what's coming up
In Hollywood headlines. Wheel of Fortune, a lot of fans are upset over one single rule that somebody didn't follow. And
I am as well. I'm furious.
See, and I'm not. Rules are rules. We'll explain after traffic. This traffic report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts on the eastbound side of the 134 connector to the 210 East in Pasadena. You can't make that transition. They have the 210 East shut down because of a fire in the area. So crews are already on the scene. Not seeing any major delays just yet, but eastbound 134 connector to the 210 East, that transition road is shut down because of a fire there. Leaving South LA, 110 freeway southbound side just before you get to the 105, a pickup truck that broke down that's blocking the right lane does back up your drive at Manchester. Northbound side of the 110 slows at Slauson, where there's a two-car fender bender off to the shoulder. That's busy up ahead to about the 10 freeway. And out of Long Beach on the 710 freeway, northbound side just before you get to PCH, there's an accident there. They have all lanes stopped at the moment so they can move all 5 cars out of the way. Traffic is at a standstill as you're coming up on PCH. Whether it's offering curbside or next day delivery for online orders on over 160,000 parts, or getting involved in their local communities, when it comes to serving you, Napa's Motor never quits. That's Napa Know-How. That's your traffic. I'm Tony Jordan with Valentine in the Morning on 104.3 MyFM.
from the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center. Let's go places. Hollywood headlines.
We were right. It was an April Fool's joke. Michael Strahan did not
close the gap in his teeth. He was kind of teasing it all week, and then TMZ did some digging and saw that he had gone to the dentist and it was just a temporary implant. But he says, I appreciate all the love for the gap. I've had it for almost 50 years. He did not get rid of it.
Thank goodness.
And something happened on Wheel of Fortune, and a lot of fans are angry about this, and they want this rule changed. So basically, for a couple years now, they've been doing these types of puzzles where it's more of a crossword puzzle instead of just figuring out like a phrase or something.
Okay.
And so on Wednesday, a guy named David was solving the puzzle, and he had all the right words for the crossword puzzle, but he added the word "and" when he said his last part of the puzzle.
I'd like to solve, Pat.
Say everything, don't add anything. Go ahead.
Sole, flounder, cod, and catfish.
I'm sorry, that's not right. And Danielle, it's your turn. You don't have to spin if you want to take a shot at the puzzle. 650.
L.
Uh-huh. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna solve.
All right, say everything, don't add anything.
Sole, cod, catfish, flounder.
Yeah, that's it. Edison.
I thought that's what you said.
And I know it's always confusing, and David did that thing that's so easy to do. You added the "and." Anyway.
So this has happened before, and that's why Pat Sajak said right before, don't add anything. So gave him the warning. But it kills me that then the next contestant goes, and she says the same exact thing, just leaves out the word "and." She gets the money for that puzzle, but it's tough because that's a normal thing for people to do.
It's legit. It's the rules,
They
right?
need to get rid of the rule. They need to just get rid of the rule. This isn't like in the Constitution. It's a silly game show. Just get rid of that dumb rule.
Holler at your name if you know the answer. Your name will be a buzzer. Wait till I finish asking the question before you buzz in.
What
Kevin.
about in Jeopardy? When you have to answer in the form of a question, you're just going to throw that rule out?
Yeah.
But that's a big part of the game. This is like a teeny tiny little thing that only occurs every, once a however long. I don't know. I just think they need to just get rid of that rule. I mean, if Pat is saying, and don't add anything, I mean, he doesn't have to say that if they just get rid of that stupid rule.
But then maybe they're adding too much stuff in. Who knows? I don't know.
I
It's the
feel like
rule.
It's the rule, and Pat gave him the option. He told him, he warned him about it before he even.
Yeah, by the way,
sense
when
to me
Pat
if
was
you're
saying that
reading
stuff at the end, he said "and" about 50,000 times himself. By the way, it was in his head.
I don't know. If you're reading the words, it's just natural that you say "and."
It is.
They're just four
You know what?
disjointed words. It's not a sentence.
It's a
just
contest.
natural.
It's a contest. You got to go for it. You got to be in the moment. You got to be in the contest. You've got to follow the rules of the
Wheel of
contest.
Fortune, we're changing the rule.
All right. When you host it, you can change the rules.
I'm Jill to Hollywood Headlines.
6:55. It is Valentine in the morning. This is 104.3 MyFM. The Battle of the Sexes is coming up. Let's see if you guys follow the rules. Who lets you and who says, change the rules. We'll see what happens. 866-544-MyFM. Here's Billie Eilish.
I'm not your friend.